Report found U.S. employers announced more job cuts in February than any single month since July 2020 during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic.
The federal government slashed more than 62,000 jobs last month as part of the Elon Musk-led effort to shrink the federal workforce. WESH 2's Justin Shecker spoke with a Marine veteran living in Orlando who lost his job in the mass layoffs.
The process, Marines are made. It's not something that's given, it's something that's earned.
Doug Jackson enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps when he was 21 years old.
I deployed to Iraq during the surge of 2007 in the infantry.
After his military service, he's worked for NASA and is a government contractor.
The federal government is definitely interested in hiring veterans.
He applied last May for a new job in the Internal Revenue Service's Public Affairs Office.
This job was going to be a hybrid position and included working downtown at the Orlando IRS building, but also working from home.
Jackson's employment with the IRS did not begin until January. On Friday, February 21st, he says his team lead informed him that would be his last day on the job. Then he received a letter notifying him of termination during his probationary period.
So the last paragraph of the first page, it reads, taking into account your performance and in light of current mission needs, the agency finds that your continued employment at the agency is not in the public interest.
Jackson was so new at the IRS, he never had a performance review.
They could look back to my time at NASA and see that all my performance reviews actually read they explicitly stated meets or exceeds expectations.
According to the new report from outplacement firm Challenger Gray and Christmas, U.S.-based employers cut more than 172,000 jobs in February. 62,000, or more than a third, were positions eliminated from 17 federal agencies.
When these policies or these actions are absent merit, utility, and compassion, people should really ask themselves, is this in keeping with the greater traditions of this country and how we conduct American policy here at home?
Jackson says there's room to improve the efficiency of the federal government.
But there's also a way to go about it, and indiscriminate firing of veterans especially is not something I think that most people knew was going to happen.
This former service member is now looking for work in the private sector.
I think they will continue to use other mechanisms to reduce their workforce until they see a number that they're happy with.
Covering Orange County in Orlando, Justin Shecker, WESH 2 News.